started my drive, my ascent to upstate New York. I've got a good 4 hours ahead of me to make my way up to camp. I am going to relax. I am an awesome time. I'm hoping that it is not a cloudy night. It's a little bit of a misty day. I mean, I got 2 nights, and I'm hoping at least one of those nights is a clear night. We're not supposed to have like rain and shit. So, there should be on the clearer side, thus my ability to appreciate the stars. Unless, of course, somebody is spreading shenanigans in the air, which could ruin the whole thing. But I'm not terribly worried about it. This is one of those things where you roll with it, right? It's just like I wasn't even 100% sure if I was gonna have any good weather for my stay up in the back roads, if you will. You know, they got that liminal space like creepypasta, the back rooms. Dude, somebody should do the back roads. Just like footage of just like people driving in backcountry roads. It's not even dark. Just like the back rooms aren't dark, right? But like everything's just creepy. The way the trees are, the way the shadows of the sun are cast. Just the overall light of the day being probably on the gloomy side or something. Oh, dude, it would be wicked, right? And you would have almost the same premises, right? You'd be running in the woods. You're running certainly a straight line, and you don't understand how you're still lost in the woods, right? You know, like you'll watch like this video clip, you know, because this shit is done point of view style, right? So yeah, so that's the backwoods, which would be the sister content to the back rooms. Oh yeah, there you go. There's your shut up and take my money idea. Otherwise, I've packed up a bunch of things. I'm hoping that I packed enough food properly. We'll see how that goes. Just because I am not used to this. One of the big reasons why I don't do too much camping is that I've been in such a detriment and so incapable of putting monetary priorities towards such things with everything else I was doing in my life that I took no time for myself for it. I didn't invest in a tent. I didn't invest in proper baggage for carrying it all, and all those little things. I certainly didn't have the extra gas money just to drive, because the whole point is to get away, and you have to have the extra resources to get away in a reasonable amount of time, right? You know? It's amazing what our ancestors accomplished on horseback, and horseback is slow. You know? You'd be like on a 1-week journey to do what I'm doing in 4 hours if you were on horseback or something, right? There's, I think I remember, it was like, it's like if you ever watched Tim Burton's Sleepy Hollow, like in Sleepy Hollow, that movie starts, he's in New York, and he's doing like a crime thing in New York, and then he's sent up to Sleepy Hollow, and they tell him it'll be like a 2 days carriage ride or some nonsense like that. nice beard. Well, thank you. I appreciate the compliment. I trimmed it up a little bit for the day. So, these moments, I like documenting them because they're my feelings as I am going through a certain level of I gotta do something, right? I gotta do something I ain't never done before, kind of fucking vibes, right? There's things I've done before, but because they're so intense that they're worth documenting several times. Like me going up to Breakneck Ridge. I get so excited about that. I've got to share it. With this bad boy, I'm going up there to, one of the biggest things I'm hoping for, because I'm trying to get away from fucking light pollution, right? Is that I am attempting to really get a chance to sit down and have the best look at the sky at night that I can for a short period of time to take a look at it and work out in my head ideas. Thank you, Goofy. And spitting out ideas that are operating under what I have seen in astrotheology, right? Like to look and understand the relationship that we have akin to, Thor, and Thor is Orion, but then Thor is also Hercules, depending on the context of the story, the season of the year, and we use them, and we use the northern sky differently, right? It's part of why I look at it now, and I'm just like, okay, we've got two dragons in our sky. We have Serpens, which is the serpent, which is a longer constellation that has a very different kind of relationship to the cosmos. And then, of course, everybody knows, Draco. And, of course, the eye of Alpha Draconis used to be the Axis Mundi, right? Which tells you a thing or two about all sorts of things, right? Which is how you come to kind of acknowledge things like, oh, okay, so Draco may have been Jormungand, because Draco is not that far from Orion, and it may not be that far from Hercules either, and you can see that. You can see that expression in how you've got this still frame, like a comic book panel, of a particular moment in time that you see this warrior-looking man fighting this mythological beast, and the way the stars map out, the way we connect the dots in our heads. Broski, I'm sure you have ears. This is English. I don't know. I don't know how Spanish works the way you're thinking. Let's see here. So, like, when I went out and I did the eclipse ritual, where I went up in that particular mountain, I can't even remember the name of it right now. It was not dark enough. It was darker, but it was not dark enough. I still was troubled by too much light But I was able to see Canis Major way better, so that was nice. Or acceptable, or whatever. Try not to use the word nice, as we know. But this all can help me, draw in, more context of what I'm thinking about, more context about what's really up there in the sky at a time, right? Because the way we operate with planetary high magic is, you're making ritual when the stars are in the sky in a certain place, and the luminaries are in certain places at that time also, thus creating certain favorable energies to be harnessed and directed in accordance to your will, and your will under the interest of the higher force. Thank you. I know. Believe me, I am not paying as much attention as you would think. All I would say is that, you can notice, now, because my phone used to be like over there, now it's like over here, right? So like, you're gonna see my eyes like this, right? So this is something more like, listen or whatever, don't be harassing or whatnot, right? Because this is, I can see trends, and, I could also, especially while I'm driving, if I'm seeing too much nonsense from the hyenas in the universe, where I will effectively, I'll put like a limit, right? Like there's a setting that says that you can't chat unless you've been a subscriber to my channel for, and then you pick a period of time. You can do 15 minutes, you can do a day, you can do a month, right? I could stretch it out quite a while, right? So that way only subs are talking, only people that have kept subscription with me for a period of time are talking, and thus reduces the likelihood of jackasses talking out of their ass when I am trying to bestow inspired gnosis upon you, be a demonstration of a way of life, to be a demonstration of the work that you put in with the sacrifices, showing you what the losses are, how much those losses hurt, observing the transformation over time, experiencing the gains of it all, start to know how worth it all was to do. The next thing you know it, all sorts of problems and personal issues are behind you, dispositions and failures, weaknesses, and insecurities, they all end up becoming behind you as you strip away bullshit that you're done with, that, in your higher innocence and altruism didn't want to accept, was probably just going to be bullshit, right? Because, you see things a certain way, and the people that warn you, they don't tell you otherwise, and you're kind of on point, on a mission, right? And I'm driven by these things, right? I have conjunctions in my chart to my north node that drive me mad, and I have to drive. I have to drive at it. I have to discipline it. I have to, and that discipline is also knowing when not to just bite on it. Not every time I sense the urge is a sign to bite on it. right? This is Rahu's insatiable appetite. Which easily gets out of control, but is there designed to remind us of our purpose, our divine purpose, divinity of purpose, if you will. Good Hatebreed album. Anyway. I've been very excited. I was sharing this on my Facebook. I did an unboxing for Facebook of my new record. I'd been waiting for like a month for my Heilung Leifa album to come out. Not the new one that they're putting out, but the original Leifa. I had to order it from England. It had to sit in customs. Oh, but I was so psyched. I didn't realize it was a double record set. I didn't know it was long enough to constitute a double record. Where like literally like side D, the last side of the album, it's all just one song. It's all Hammer Hipper. Right? So that's now my second double disc record that I have, and oh my god, it was so beautiful hearing it in its completely analog, uncompressed form, with the nuances in the choral. It was like the chorus stuff was very beautiful to hear, because now I'm hearing, I can almost hear each individual member of the entourage in the ritual singing, right? Just you're able to just pick up on some of the richer layerings that come especially from a performance like Heilung's Leifa, using all manner of archaic Bronze Age instruments. What an incredible experience. And so, I just got this, I just sat there, I just laid down on the floor where I could just kind of get the thump of my subwoofer. And I'm running this through analog. My record player, I'm running it through my mixer. And my mixer goes to digital, but it's analog through it. It's definitely analog. I got buttons I have to clean because, the noise, there'll be white noise. I have to keep that stuff tight, because that's all just taking a direct electrical signal, and that's everything except for what goes into the digital transfer for the USB into the computer. And so I'm not listening to it getting processed through the computer. I'm just listening to it on 7.1 surround sound. So, hard to beat that. Ooh. Well, now it's easy to beat that because the speakers are this big. There's 7.1 of them. Doesn't answer plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 aura. What's that mean? I don't know what that means. What's going on? Are you talking about life path numbers? Talk to me, Drippy. Anyway. So I still, I've got quite a few hours ahead of me, and I'll be back to talk some more. Eventually, I am going to be out of signal. I'll eventually be off of the usual particular roads that are up there, and I'll be in fucking roaming territory for the last leg of my journey. but that's not for a while. So I'll probably pop back on to say hi when when I'm done, or when I'm further along, and have some more thoughts on my mind. But for now, I'll catch you guys later. Thank you.